Hello,
Hello.
Mr. Governor.
Yes.
This is Ambassador
Yes.
Charlie.
Good. This is the Yes.
Yes.
And who else is on the phone?
Yes, here's also Prime Minister Groisman on the phone and his interpreter.
Okay. Good morning to you.
Это премьер-министр Владимир Гройсман. Также большая честь для меня с вами разговаривать.
How's your fire situation? I saw scary footage. Did you manage to localize and put out everything? I know President Trump came to you just 2 days ago.
It was the worst fire in the history of California. 11,000 structures, mostly houses, have been destroyed by fire. Nothing. This is the worst. Again, the worst.
Я смотрел интервью президента Трампа, он говорил, что якобы это связано с плохим управлением лесами, или, может быть, это уже какие-то экологические проблемы.
Well, I have no doubt that there are many elements, not one factor, many factors, but climate change is a very serious contributor to the problem. I have scientific research papers that shows that the amount of land burned in the last 15 years has doubled due to climate change. So the intensity of the fires and the extent of the land that is being burned is being affected by the warming temperature, the reduced moisture, and all of that contributes to these fires. Now, managing the forests is another element. People living with too much vegetation, brush, and trees is another element. And the way the towns are designed is another element. But make no mistake, there are no credible scientists who doubt the increasing role that climate change is playing in California. And it will continue to get worse throughout the whole country, but also in Europe, in the Ukraine, and other places. This is a profoundly serious threat to all of humanity.
Россия в эти промежуточные выборы в Калифорнии, она вмешивалась? Есть ли какие-то подозрения?
Look, today's cyber capability is extraordinary, and individuals and countries can certainly launch informational assaults in various ways. If you're asking me whether I think the Russians affect the election, they may have tried. There's evidence that can be weighed, but the elections in America are, I think, are being driven by domestic actors, by politicians, Republicans, Democrats, by media, Fox News, by corporations that spend money, by many, many factors. And from the evidence I've seen, any impact of Russia is very, very small. That isn't to say that they might not have intentions to do something, but the impact is minimal. And so I wouldn't get caught up in all the topics on this. They're asking me. Oh, you think that had an impact? Oh, well, good. But why don't we see if we can get them to help Republic?
You're on the phone, Sean.
Yeah. Believe me.
Это несколько, наверное, неожиданно слышать, потому что ваши новости и даже демократическая пресса только и говорит, что Россия вмешивалась, и чуть ли не Трамп, господин президент, это агент Путина и его лучший друг.
The mass media is owned by many different corporations, and there's no one particular line here. And I would just say that there is a lot of concern, but if I think whatever got Mr. Trump elected, he's there. And the question now is, how does America function?
This is Ambassador Charlie. So President Poroshenko is going to visit California.
Yes, in California. So I think that's a very good idea. Look forward to a visit from President Poroshenko, and we might continue our conversation that we started in Kiev.
And also he wants to visit Silicon Valley, go to Apple, Facebook, where in talks about meeting with Tim Cook and Mark Zuckerberg, but they do not
Yes.
really want to get in touch. Apple offered just to give Poroshenko an iPhone, and a cheap one, and to have a brief excursion around the building. That's all we have now.
Well, it's hard for these high-tech people. Sometimes are hard to meet,
Yeah.
and even sometimes for me. So don't feel bad.
You know, the president would also like to visit Hollywood, meet with celebrities. It would be good his higher popularity in Ukraine. And for example, maybe it would be possible to put a star with his name on the Walk of Fame.
I don't know about that. I don't. The star, that sidewalk belongs to an organization that is not under my control.
Yeah, I know.
But we could explore that. I doubt if they would do that. That's more movie stars, unless your president wants to try out for a movie.
Yeah, our president is also a movie star. He starred in Ukrainian films, Maldives Vacation and Peter of Panama.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes, it's really.
Well, there's much to learn here.
By the way, we face almost Holodomor. In many cities there is no heating and hot water. The IMF has demanded to raise tariffs several times for the population. But our citizens do not give up anyway, but are fighting with aggressor Russia. You know, it's really important.
Very important. But I also think it's important that that Trump and Putin meet and frankly discuss issues. We have thousands of nuclear warheads, and there can be mistakes or blunders made that would create utter horror for everyone. So I don't want to minimize the importance of high-level negotiations. Okay, well, looks like we have many things to talk about.
Господин губернатор, я понимаю, что вы совсем покидаете большую политику с января следующего года.
Oh yeah, but don't worry, I will be around in one form or another for many years.
Я хотел вам сказать, что президент Порошенко поручил мне предложить вам пост губернатора Винницкой области. Это область, откуда сам президент родом.
Well, that's something we could talk about. Thank you very much. I would want to understand what you're saying with a little more detail.
Ну, я думаю, что управлять Калифорнией может даже Шварценеггера. Вот попробуйте управлять Винницей. Ну, надеюсь, у нас все-таки есть шанс у нашего предложения.
A lot more complicated. All right. Well, that's another item on our list of subjects to be discussed when
Mr.
President
Governor,
Poroshenko arrives.
Mr. Governor, this is Ambassador Charlie. Could
Yes.
I ask you a last question? By the way, even foreign journalists suffered. What do you think? How we?
Yes.
And by the way, gays are subject to discrimination, unfortunately, in Los Angeles too. Our honorary diplomat Sergei Alyoshin, our general consul, was thrown out of a gay club in Los Angeles recently. There was no scandal, but we are still upset.
Okay, well, add that to the list. It seems like we're going to have a long visit with the
Yeah.
president. I understand. I don't understand because I'm hearing this for the first time.
Yeah,
So I would like to have these subjects explored
Yeah.
at the assistant level, and then as the subject is developed, then I can more meaningfully comment.
Thank you for your conversation. Thank you.
Well,
for-
thank you. Very interesting, and I'm sure that there are many good things we can do together.
And we will wait you in Vinnytsia, in Vinnytsia region.
Okay, good. All right, we will explore all these things. A very interesting and provocative conversation, and to be continued. So thank you again very much.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.